You all prepped and ready to go?
I'm trying not to think of anything, to be honest. I want to waste the good stuff on my stupid brain. My first ever band was when I was probably about 2 years old, and I told my parents that I had a band called Gaga Guts, and that just was me beating my pillows with drumsticks and probably screaming. The first song I ever wrote was called The Burglar Song. The lyrics were, a burglar came into my house and I got scared. He said he was a nice burglar and he was a nice burglar. He was supposed to go to jail, but he came to my house. And then he went home and had some lemonade. I think I realised my dad was a bit famous when two quite strange purple and pink-haired girls turned up at my primary school and yelled at me over the fence to come and talk to them. And then all of a sudden there was a bit of a commotion and teachers ran over and it was not cool. Betchadupa got to open for the Dandy Warhols at the power station when we were about 16 or 17 years old, and I remember being a bit of a fan of the Dandy Warhols and going to the after party and feeling pretty lucky to be able to be there with, we were underage, but we were hanging out, and I went and introduced myself to the singer, and he basically told me that we totally hushed their buzz because we were a punk band where we played basically fast, loud, rocking music, and they were all about being groovy and stuff, man. And I just thought, what a dick. Well, I became a dad in 2016, and it was everything it cracked up to be. The one memory I do have is seeing my mother and my mother-in-law hugging each other and my wife holding our newborn baby, and the only other person in the room was the midwife, and I had this sort of moment of looking down at myself from above, and I saw myself turn to the midwife, who was a very staunch woman, and she just looked at me like, don't you even think about hugging me. And that was my memory of straight after the birth.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. It was one of the loneliest moments of my life.